All right, guys. Hey, we are live on TV, as you can hear and see. We're getting information from the microphone room. But hey, guys, what is up? Welcome to the Cannologist. Welcome to Cough Country. It's 420, baby. Woo! Woo! Yeah! I need a stupid hat, man. That make me feel right at home. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're tuning in to Cough Country. We've got a full day of cannabis-themed stuff going on. We got high times in the building. We are hanging out. We're having a good time. I hope you are having a good time wherever you're at. We just had, what was it, 90s-themed 420 from Sally. We lost them a little bit there, but hey, that's what happens when you're live, like I'm doing now. I'm making this stuff up. I don't know what I'm going to say. Oh, my God, it's crazy. But yes, but no, we're the Cannologists, so we're going to take it down, and we're going to be serious for a second, okay? Because we're having real drinks here. Guys, we're going to have a great time because we are going to take our cannabis drinks and we're going to level them up. All right, we're going to show you what you can do with your cannabis cocktails because cannabis should be an experience for everything, for all your nightlife. You shouldn't have to hide it, run away from it. And hell, this is the healthiest way to drink your cannabis, man. It's the healthiest way to do it. But guys, so of course this is going to be a very special episode of the Cannologist. This is 420. We're not just going to do any old episode, guys. We're going to do 3 drinks today, and we're going to serve all those drinks at the King's Feast. Ooh, baby! And if you haven't been listening, this feast is absolutely insane. Everybody's been talking about it all day. We got a salad course, appetizer. We got lobster imperial and cowboy steak and creme brulee, and my God, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I am bringing the drinks, because that's what I do. Pat, the guy from Infused Philly, he's coming in. This guy's a wizard. There's no way I can keep up with this guy. So I decided I'm going to come in, I'm going to do the drinks, and I'm going to do them right. And you know what? I'm even going to show you how to do these drinks at home, because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of them, you don't have to do too crazy much to have something really nice. So I'm going to show you an easy drink that will impress on any occasion. All right? So all these drinks, great pairings, great things you could definitely do at home for sure. Anyway, so when I was thinking about these drinks, I've got 3 of them. So when they came to me and they're like, hey, Steve, we want you to do a cocktail pairing with dinner. And I heard this menu, and I'm thinking to myself, my God, there's no way I can do this. These dishes sound insane. Pat is crazy talented. I'm not going to be able to compete with Lobster Imperial, let's be honest. And I'm going to share a personal philosophy with you guys, okay? I don't think, personally, that cocktails are something you should pair with food. And I'm going to tell you why. I know, hot take. Give me a second. Cocktails, right? What's a cocktail about? A cocktail's about something that's balanced, something that's nuanced, and something that's complex and interesting. You want to taste how all these different ingredients are coming together, balancing each other. You want to see where the acid is at, where the umami, is there salt, where are all these flavors coming in? Food is doing the same thing. Now, if I want to enjoy a Cosmo and I want a steak, these things are not going to be friends with each other. If I'm going to lose all the delicate notes of that Cosmo as I'm chopping into that medium rare barbecue steak. So I think the thing to pair with food is other expressions of food. I think that's why wine and beer pair so well with food, is it's also an expression of food. Cocktails are kind of a dish unto themselves. It's about, you got to taste it all by itself. That's the nature of it. That's the beauty of it. And that's really the fun of what we're doing here, not to wash it away with all these other flavors going on with the dish. So I decided I was going to make the cocktails their own kind of course unto themselves. So I want a cocktail that's going to take you from one dish to the next, right? So what's coming before it? What's coming after it? So I got my first cocktail. It's going to come after the appetizers, right before that big, bold entree, right? So I've got these kind of lighter, kind of going toward rich flavors into this decadent, big umami bomb that the main course is going to be. So I wanted something that was going to steal your palate back a little bit, something that's going to brighten you up, wash away the past dish, kind of liven up your palate a little bit so you can taste all the new things that are coming at you. So I wanted something light, refreshing, something soothing, smooth, that's going to kind of contrast all the other dishes that we're seeing. So I decided to come up with this cucumber cooler kind of idea. I want mint, I want cucumber, I want soda water. How do I make that good? How do I make that something interesting? I'm calling this one the Fonz, by the way, because, hey, it's all about being cool. Hey, boof. That's a jukebox. It's a reference. All right, you'll look it up on the internet. Okay, you'll figure it out. All right. In fact, you know what? This one is so easy. I love my shakers. You know, I want to shake all day. I'm not even going to use my shakers. We're going to build this one in the glass to kind of preserve a lot of that effervescence, that brightness. I think that's going to help the mint, the cucumber kind of pop a little bit. So we're going to start off with our base. And I wanted to get cucumber in that base. I'm not going to cook cucumber, right? It's almost like cucumber water. Cucumber doesn't do well with heat. So I needed a cold way to get the cucumber into the drink. So I decided to make a cucumber iced tea. Here it is. It's beautiful. And when the Cannologist airs, we're going to have a video showing you exactly how to do that, but you're going to have to wait till then. For now, it was basically, I started with a jasmine green tea. You know, something a little floral, a little earthy. It's got a kind of base tannins to it. And I layered in a little bit of lemon verbena. So lemon verbena, right, is almost if you turned lemon into an herb. So it's got this dry citrus note, but it's not leaning toward fruit. It's definitely leaning towards something green. If a lemon were a leaf, that would be lemon verbena. So that green tea, that little bit of citrus, I heated that up, and then once it cooled down, I let it sit overnight with cucumbers, thinly sliced cucumbers. And that way the cold cucumber really gets to become a hydrosol with the water. So it infuses the cucumber notes into the water. So you've got this tannic, kind of lightly citrus, dry, round base with just a little bit of the smooth, soothing cucumber note. And that's how that's going to get in there. Oh. We are going to switch out. Bam, bam, bam. See what I say? This is live TV, baby. Oop, I just need let's figure out how to do this. All right, well, we got to switch this out. 1 second here. But keep thinking cool thoughts. Think cool. Think cucumber, baby. That's the way you want to be. Cucumber, baby. The Fonz. Hey, it's the Fonz. So yeah, you got that cucumber in the water. It's kind of a chilled cucumber method. I'm just going to put this in my pocket. Now we got our mint syrup. So this is, I hear you in the control room. What's up? Even in the control room. We're celebrating the control room, 420. Oh, I can hear you, baby. Word. Okay, cool. So right now, if you got the video, I have the cucumber tea. I don't know. If you want to play it, give me a heads up. I'm also playing our blanched mint syrup right now. We have a video for that, but you might have to wait until this airs on Friday because it might not be ready. We'll see. But we're going to roll with it. But guys, this is a blanched mint syrup. So how do you make a syrup? Usually you put something in hot water, mix it with sugar, and that's a syrup. Well, mint is light. I don't want to cook my mint. I don't want cooked mint. It's going to destroy all these delicate notes in it. So how do you do it? A blanched mint syrup is we're going to take that mint, we're going to dunk it in boiling water for just like 5 seconds. And what that's going to do, it's going to rapidly expand all the moisture in the mint leaf, burst those cell walls, and allow the next phase to kind of get into the mint oils, kind of get all the good mint stuff out into the liquid. So you dunk it in that hot water, put it in an ice bath real quick, rupture those cell walls, and then you take a simple syrup, 1 part sugar, 1 part water, mix it together, and you're going to blend that with the mint. Now, I'm telling you, this makes the brightest, freshest, greenest mint syrup that you're ever going to taste. This stuff is like burying your head in a bouquet of mint and just in a good way, not the white powder way, in a good way. But that's a way to get such a great, bright, fresh mint note instead of this kind of cooked, dark, broken down mint note. And that's what's going to be the uplifting part of this drink. So I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce of our mint syrup. So I got 1 ounce cucumber tea, 3/4 of an ounce mint syrup. Now, of course, we have our cannabis syrup. This is my favorite. This is my baby. So I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of my dosed cannabis syrup, and that's about 15 milligrams. So that's a beautiful thing of this cannabis syrup is that I'm able to specifically dose it. How many per 1/2 ounce? How many per ounce? So it makes it a great addition to a cannabis bar. My cannabis syrup is emulsed with a coconut oil and microemulse, so it creates a rapid acting absorption process for the THC. So it really onsets in about 15 to 20 minutes. So it gives you that real cocktail experience as you're diving in. But this is going to be 15 milligrams of THC in my lovely cocktail. All right, so and then I've got my lime juice. So cocktails are all about balance, right? Acid is one of the principal things that you use to balance a drink. Otherwise, it's just going to be sweet. It's going to be dry. Nothing's going to have a background which to pop off of. You need your sweet. So I've got lime juice. Goes well with mint. Goes well with cucumber. I am doing a ½ ounce of lime juice. So we're building it into the drink. This is pretty much the drink right here. So we're going to, this is going to be like a fizz. It's going to be something light, something that pops. Most of it's going to be club soda. So really refreshing. Those bubbles are going to make all that fresh mint, that fresh cucumber, just kind of fizzle to the top and pop into our face. So I'm actually going to put some of this garnish in. I'm going to take some piece of cucumber, and we're just going to chop it up. So I'm going to just chop it into little bitty pieces so it floats around in this drink. And I'm going to show you kind of how big I'm thinking here. It's nothing crazy. So look what I got. So you can do this at home. Very easy. This is a beautiful garnish. Just a little tiny piece. Cut it into a bunch of those. This is great if you want to muddle it as well. And I'm just going to take a little handful, just a piece. We're going to toss it right in there right now. Let that kind of infuse a little bit, just a touch. And we're going to pop some of that ice in there, kind of chill it, stir it, get it going. So part of my way of doing it here, but this is going to be good. All right, so I filled it about halfway up. I'm going to give it a little stir, kind of incorporate it, loosen up the cucumber in the drink. So it smells so fresh. This is like, you don't have to go to the store. You got fresh stuff at home. You can make good things on your own, by yourself. You can have a lifted experience, I'm telling you. This is the way to do it. You don't need corporations selling you all this chemicals, researched, money dumped into kind of stuff. Go back to making your own things. It's better. And so I just have a regular club soda right here. My drink is packed with ice. Stir it a little bit, let it chill, pack it with ice. And we're just going to top that baby up. And we're going to give it another little stir just to incorporate. Oh, God, it went everywhere. Oh, we're messy. It's live. Okay, it's live. And now, just for the final touch. So now you got the club soda. It's got all these bubbles shooting up. If I put my nose up to it, I'm getting this fresh cucumber note, a little bit of the mint coming in. So let's give me a little bit of a mint bouquet. You ever see people do this? Where they take the thing and they go, well, that's doing the same thing the heat did. Actually, I kind of broke that one. I'm going to do a better one. Don't judge me. We're live. It's 420. There's no judging on 420. I'm smacking again. That was a better one anyway. So that does the same thing the heat does. It's kind of bursting the cell walls of the mint, and it's allowing the aerosols in the mint to kind of explode into the air. So I don't want to put a straw in here. I want to drink from the glass because that mint is going to just be right in my face, and it's going to go. So that mint is the first thing that I'm going to interact with this drink. So it's going to tell me exactly how I'm going to read this drink. It's going to read bright, light, fizzy, refreshing. And it's going to take us right from that appetizer course, which had some savory notes to it, a little bit of acidity, a little bit of darkness, deepness, and it's going to freshen our palate, give us something completely different to taste before we get to lobster and steak. So here we go, guys. This is going to be beautiful. I'm going to take a little sip. Oh, that's light. That's nice. I could just sit on a porch and just drink this all day. Here we go. I'm going to mix it up a little bit more. And this is a drink that's going to change as you go down. Obviously, you see a gradient. So the further down you get in the drink, the more richer it's going to be. I love it. I'm going to talk to the control room real quick. Are we jumping in? Do we have anybody tasting this with me? Or are we moving on? You're cutting in and out a little bit. I hear you. Okay. Well, guys, this is going to be the Fonz. It's beautiful. Look at this thing. We get a little picture of it. Little pop, pop, pop. Look at that.
See that mint?
Cucumbers
floating in there.
Oh my goodness. This is a journey.
This is a journey right here. Mm.
You know what? The cucumber note is nice and light. I like how the tea's coming in there. Kind of gives it a base. If it was just lime and soda water, muddled cucumber and mint, you could do that. It wouldn't be the same. But I think this is a nice one. Here we go. And you know what I'm finding? Kind of as I've only taken like 3 or 4 sips. This is getting better. It was a little too much club soda at first, just light, just kind of nothing. But as I kind of move into the drink, it's getting a little more richness that I want. Still light, fresh, like bright. But this is nice, actually. It's beautiful. All right, guys, we're going to put this right over here. That's going to be course 1. And we're going to keep rolling. We're just going to roll right on through. And if we do have a commercial break, my people in the control room are going to tune in and tell me. And we're going to stop for a second. But we're not stopping yet because 4:20. What's that? We're sponsored by High Times. Yes, that's right. We are sponsored by High Times today. They are here. They're partying with us. They're bringing us to you so you can have your cannabis cocktails at home. I got to love that. That's always nice. I'm going to have a little bit of a cucumber right now. It's a nice thing back here. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's my time. Sponsored by High Times. Woohoo! And I want to give High Times a shout out because I was doing a lot of research back in the day when I was doing the news. And once upon a time, High Times was like this pinnacle of cannabis journalism. They lost it, but we got new people in the driver's seat. They are bringing it back, and I love to hear that. Oh, we got some videos going on right here. All right, we'll check it out. Well, I'll give the control room a warning. The next drink we're going on to uses the chamomile tea one and a vanilla coriander syrup. That's right, guys. Little sneak peek. There's the vanilla coriander syrup right here. Check it out.
Got my coriander seeds, and I'm going to kind of lightly crack these open just to get the oils out. And I'm going to dissolve that all together, the sugar, bring it just to a boil, and then take it off the heat, let it steep. So I'm going to go ahead and crack these up.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure where it is. The
seeds flying around a little bit. It's okay. Get them back in there.
Is this all one video, or do you have several? 3 for this one thing?
Smells good. So I'm going to add the vanilla extract last because we're not using vanilla bean, we're using vanilla extract. If we add it during the heating process, it's going to cook off a lot of what the good stuff is. So I'm going to add that at the very end, kind of let that incorporate. All right, so we're heating up our water. I'm going to toss in everything. Got that coriander in there. I'm also going to add the orange peel later during the cooling process. Got that sugar in there. Get that heated up.
All right, I'm going to tell you when to skip to the next one.
Heat.
All right, you can skip to the next one.
Okay, so we're coriander syrup's been steeping for about 25 minutes now. I'm going to take it off, straighten it out, add a little vanilla. Here we go. All right, it's got a nice little color to it.
Got that vanilla.
We'll take a little taste, just see kind of where it's at.
All right, so once this is done, that should be it for this.
Nice spicy citrus note. I like that. So yeah, let's start by adding. Start by adding a little vanilla extract.
Let me know if you got it.
Yeah, just a half teaspoon for now. I think that's all I'm going to need. So let's give us one. It's going to do it.
Beautiful. Let me know if you have the chamomile one. All right, guys. Am I back? Hey, guys, we are back. So that's our vanilla coriander syrup. It's going to be a key component in this next drink. This next one's a pretty wild one. Control room, let me know if you have that chamomile tea video, and I will show you how to make that as well. So this drink, I'm calling this one, there's a spark in the grove, spark in the grove, spark in the grove. So this drink came after once in my life, I had a cocktail where they shook olive oil into this cocktail. I was so mystified, so enchanted by the process that I decided I was going to make something. Ooh, let's see right here. Keep moving forward. See what else I got in there. Yeah, that's the one right there. So guys, so you're going to, in just a second, you're going to see that. Hold on that 1 second. So this olive oil cocktail, I decided, you know, I want to invoke that kind of classic. It's spring. Life is bursting forth. Olive oil, cooking, herbs, brightness. The world is becoming awake and wonderful, and I want to kind of capture that in like a spring cocktail. But remember, this is between the entrees where we're eating. What are we eating? Like lobster, steak, all this great and crazy rich stuff. So I wanted this cocktail to be able to take you from the savory course into the dessert course, into something sweet. So I wanted some acids of brightness that were going to kind of take your palate and kind of refresh it a little bit before we moved on to something else. So it's going to be one thing after another, and you do that by differentiation, right? So you take something deep and dark, you give yourself something light, and you're kind of forcing yourself and your palate to refresh itself and start from zero and see what you're really tasting all over again. So the base of this drink, I knew I needed to get some kind of herbaceousness in there. You know, I wanted that spring. I wanted that bright. So I decided on a chamomile tea that I was going to infuse with pink peppercorn, you know, just to give it this kind of spice base, and then give it a little something round. It needed something else. It needed another layer. So I went with tarragon. And tarragon is this great herb. It's got a little bit of this vegetal anisette note. And anise it's that licorice flavor. It goes so well as a minor flavor in everything. I'm telling you, in everything. Especially with vanilla, especially with citrus, especially with savory flavors. So it seemed like a perfect match for this drink. So here's a video to show you. It's super simple. It's not hard to do at home. You can make your own chamomile, tarragon, pink peppercorn tea that is going to be a great base for any spring cocktail you want to make. Check it out right here. And about 9 teaspoons of chamomile flowers.
All right, guys, so we're going to make our chamomile tarragon tea with pink peppercorn. So it's going to give a nice kind of herbaceous, floral, spiced backbone to the drink. I think is really going to come through nicely. So I took my 4 cups of water, 1 quart of water, and I'm bringing that to a boil. It's just about there right now. And I'm going to add the chamomile and the pink peppercorn. Those I want to extract with heat. Tarragon is pretty delicate. So I'm going to do that in the cold part of the process to kind of preserve like the natural tarragon note of it, you know. So while this water is coming to a boil, which it just about is, I'm going to lightly crush the 1 teaspoon of pink peppercorn that I've got, just to kind of open it up. It's going to get a nice color from that skin, but just the spice of the pepper. Real nice and easy, just a little crush. Nothing crazy. It's got a nice aroma to it, it's nice. Ideally, you want the water like just below boiling for the chamomile. It's just about at boiling. I'm going to toss this pink peppercorn in there. Likes a little more time just to kind of really get at those colors. Okay, that's just about there.
Yeah, you can fast forward a little bit until
Well,
the
chamomile
next thing I
tea,
got right
go,
there.
a little bit less, maybe 8 teaspoons, 7 teaspoons. I just want a solid chamomile tea. I want to make sure that kind of stirs in there.
All right. Yep, you can
Right
fast
now,
forward. Perfect.
give that a good stir.
I should be straining
Make sure
it.
everything's incorporated. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to let that steep for about 10 minutes or so, because I'm going to strain all that liquid. It's going to cool down for about 10 minutes, but I'm going to strain that on top of the roughly chopped tarragon and let that sit for about 12 hours to get kind of, as it cools down, use that extraction instead of heat, which kind of ruins tarragon a little bit. All right, so I'm going to let that sit for 10 minutes. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, guys, so my tea has been steeping for about 10 minutes now, so I'm going to strain it out. Still got enough residual heat to kind of activate this tarragon.
Oh, mommy.
It smells nice, though. It smells very, very nice.
Bet it smells nice.
Yeah, it smells good. All right, so we're going to strain it out. All right, let's get a little tall. Push the good stuff out. There you go. Still got more liquid in here that I want to get out. And we're just going to push the rest of this out.
Yeah. Push it out, baby. Push it out. Yeah, this is, we can see
All right.
forward. That's pretty much it.
And so I'm going to let that cool down, and then I'm going to pop it in the fridge, and in 12 hours I'm going to strain this again. And that will be our chamomile tarragon pink peppercorn tea. See you on the drink.
Man, I don't know how to feel about myself. I could already tell I was going to do the awkward thing. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about myself. Confidence destroyed. There it is. Never watch yourself on camera. It's like listening to yourself on a voicemail. It will destroy your self-confidence, I promise you. But guys, that is how you make a chamomile tea. So you can take anything and you can elevate it just by thinking about what it needs. It needed some herbaceous note. It needed a spice note. And I gave it those things, and I think it does wonders in the drink. These are the simple, tiny things you can do to take your cocktail experience to the next level. And it's things you can do at home by yourself. This is our, it's our lives. We got to live them. All right, guys. So let's kind of launch into a Spark in the Grove. I kind of like the name. It's kind of lame, but I kind of like it. So we're going to take our chamomile, pink peppercorn, and tarragon base. We're going to do about 2 ounces of that. All right. So that's going to be a strong, little bit floral, a little bit spiced, a little bit more, little herbaceous note, just to kind of give us a round base to all the other flavors to step off of. It's not going to be the biggest thing we taste, but it's an important part. We're going to take that vanilla coriander tea. Vanilla is really going to do well with the citrus notes, with that chamomile note, with the pink peppercorn note. Vanilla is going to be a nice kind of sweet reminiscence, I'll say, that's going to bring us in a certain direction for this cocktail. Almost a little bit of a kind of a sweet note. The coriander is this great. If citrus were a spice, coriander would be it. It's spicy, it's citrusy, it's bright, it's got an edge to it. It's just going to kind of give this other layer to that vanilla and the citrus, and then there's sweet and other things going on in the drink. That's going to be really nice. I'm going to do a ½ ounce of this right here. Of course, we have our friendly cannabis syrup. Again, micro-emulsified to ensure rapid absorption. So this will hit you within 15 to 20 minutes, really kind of replicating that drinking experience, which is what we want. It's dosable. We're putting 15 milligrams into our cocktail. Nice and easy. Anybody can do it. If you're at home, go nuts. Do what you want. And, of course, we have our lemon juice. So we're going to do a half ounce of lemon juice. This is that citrus backbone. This is what's going to make it stand up. This is what's going to keep it from just falling apart on our palate. Now, this here is called aquafaba. Aquafaba. If you've ever had a whiskey sour in a nice bar and it was all foamy, they used egg white, not aquafaba. Egg white is a classic emulsifier. It kind of thickens a drink, richens it, traps air. We're going to be using olive oil, so it's going to help emulsify the olive oil into a liquid where olive oil really doesn't want to be. Aquafaba is a vegan version of an emulsifier like an egg white. It's not quite as good as an egg white is, but it gets the job done. So we're using a vegan alternative right today. That's going to be a half ounce of that. And that's going to help the olive oil bind to that drink, and it's going to give this great mouthfeel to it, nice and rich, something we deserve right after we've eaten lobster imperial and cowboy steak. So it's going to take us from that rich note into the next rich note. I've got olive oil here. Now, of course, this is pretty simple olive oil. It's not crazy. But the better olive oil you get, the better the drink is going to be. So this one's decent. This one's fine. Oh, I didn't even open it yet. Look at that. But like I said, the better olive oil you get, the more texture, the more depth of flavor, some interesting notes that you're really going to get here. So that is a choose your own adventure. But I'm only going to put a 1/4 ounce of that olive oil in there. You don't need a lot, because you don't want a lot to just be separating from the drink once you get in there. All right, guys, we are ready. So we're going to first dry shake it. So we want to make sure the oil, the aquafaba, all that stuff is really emulsified together. Give it a chance to do it while the liquid is still warm. And you can just kind of keep going for a minute. You really want to emulsify it. And it's going to give this great texture. So what we're going to do, let's get ourselves ready here. All set. We have our handy dandy. Are we all lined up here? Here, we'll show you in a minute. We'll show you in a minute, Mr. Camera. Mr. Camera, take a moment.
How much time do you need?
For the drink?
Yeah, how much more time do you need?
Not much.
Like 5?
Yeah. All right, here we are. That was our director, Phil, conferring. There's a lot going on today. We got all the guys hanging out in the lounge. We got some THC cocktails out there. We got some food. Pat from Infused Phillies is rolling up pretty soon. He's going to get that King's Feast working for us. High Times is hanging out. Guys, this is a pretty cool damn day. Let me tell you what. In fact, I want to get out there and party a little bit. You know, I'm making drinks for nobody here. All right, guys. So we dry shake it. We emulsified it really nice. Now we're going to shake the hell out of it. So it's loud, but we're going to keep shaking for a while. And then we're going to dry shake again just to make sure we get that extra froth in there. Now, I always say that when you're shaking alcoholic drinks, you don't have to shake as long because alcohol breaks the ice down faster. When you're using other liquids, it doesn't quite happen as fast. You could give it a little bit more. Why not? All right, let's do that. Let's do it. All right, here we go. We're going to strain into the other tin. That's why you have 2 tins. That's why Boston Shaker rules. Come at me. All right, make sure we get it all out of there. Because that's the other thing with ice and something that's not alcohol. It has a tendency to get a little thicker. Kind of stick to the ice a little bit. You can lose a lot of the drink that way. All right, I got it dumped out, and we're just going to shake it one more time just to put air back in there. And the more I shake it right now, the fluffier, the more decadent it's going to be. Let's try it out. Let's do it. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Oh, here we go. Let's get everybody here. We're going to get this right here. Here we are. Ready? And let's roll. Right to the top. Boom. Oh, that's overflowing. All right, it's looking nice, thick. It's going to separate just into a little bit of a layer. And we are going to top it off with just a little crack of fresh black pepper and coriander. So again, we're playing with an aromatic note, and that kind of black pepper spice and that coriander is going to be the first thing you notice. Ooh, when you sip into this drink. So if we could have it, this is pretty full. I'm going to spill a little bit of it, but here we are. I definitely spilled some of that. Look at that. But ooh, so it's hard. You can see you got a little cracked black pepper. That aroma is going to be the first thing you enjoy. And I'll take it back here. So back to the center, and cheers, folks. I'm going to take my first little sip here. I really like this drink. I really like it. It's rich and creamy without being like too sweet. It's like a savory creamy, but that lemon interacts with it almost like a meringue, like a thick lemon. Like, oh my God, it's so good. And the spice on top is really what I needed to kind of cut through that. So this is I think this is going to be that bright acid is going to help make a break in between the savory course and the sweet course, and it's going to bridge it over there with the olive oil being savory, the vanilla coriander being sweet. It's going to be a perfect bridge. I love it. I love it. Oh, mommy, you know what I could do? I got a little bit of salt here. Oh, you know what? I bet a little bit of salt in that is going to make it pop. Oh. Stop. Oh my God. I love that drink. I love that drink. All right, guys, that's drink number 2. We got one left to round out our King's Feast. How we feeling in the control room? Shall we keep going and do one last drink? Shall we do it? Let's rock and roll, baby. We're getting a little messy here. We got to reorganize. So, guys, I just want to shout out, this is 420. If you're just tuning in, this is Cough Country doing up 420 right. We're doing the King's Feast tonight. It is a royal celebration like you wouldn't believe. I've seen the menu for this. It's insane. We're doing cocktails. We're doing drinks. We're hanging out with High Times. In fact, the King's Feast is brought to you by High Times, guys. It's a new life in the company. I can't wait to see what they're doing. I love to be a part of what they're doing. And we got more coming for you. We're broadcasting all day. If you haven't, check out what we already did. We got Harlem in the house. I haven't seen this guy in forever. He does the best. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad he's here. We got so many people to meet. It's going to be a really cool day. Keep checking it out. Check out my show. I'm the Cannologist. I take your cannabis cocktails. I make them something you have never had before, and I show you exactly how to do it. So definitely like, subscribe, and follow the Cannologist on Cough Country TV. We air every Friday and coming straight to you guys. So definitely subscribe, like, follow, tell your friends. You're not going to want to miss this because next time you go to a party, you can whip some of this stuff out. I'm telling you. You're going to look good. You're going to look good. Not like mustache good, but, pretty good. But so I'm just going to keep rolling on forward unless we want to do a little pausey pause. So right now, in the course of the meal, right, where are we at? We've gone from salad to appetizer, something light, cool to kind of refresh our palates, onto the entree, rich, deep, butter, savory, umami, oh my God, decadence. And then we get something a little bit rich but citrusy, light, kind of washes a lot of that off of our palate onto something new. And now we've got dessert. And that's going to be absolutely amazing. But after dessert, you know what happens. The belt comes undone. You got to sit down. Everybody needs to take a nap. But we're partying. We're going. This is 420. It don't stop. It's always 420 somewhere, right? So you need a little bit of coffee, kind of wake you up, keep going. So I heard about this guy who was doing butter coffee. There's in the Himalayas, I read about yak butter tea. And there's this long tradition of kind of cold weather climates adding these kind of rich fats to something like coffee, this energizing drink, to kind of make it wholesome, filling, like kind of a rich but dry, bitter source of energy for the night. And I thought that would be a really cool way to do a King's Feast cup of coffee. Something simple, something easy. We don't got to go crazy. We can do this at home. It's the end of a 4-course meal. You don't want to make anything. You don't want to be cooking anything at this point. So let's just make a simple butter coffee that's going to be better than the kings of old could have ever done. I see the king has entered the building, guys. You go, I can't wait. I can't wait for this. This ain't no Burger King. All right, so I wanted to take that concept of a butter coffee, something rich and decadent, something that befit a king's feast, and do it the way the Cannologist would do at home. So I've got just a classic roast blend, nothing crazy, because if you're like me, you probably don't have anything crazy at home. Coffee is utilitarian. It's just something you have. I've got my little coffee cup. This is all fancy, but we're going to dose it. We're going to add a little bit of butter to it. That's going to be kind of the dairy, the richness in the coffee. Kind of take down that bitter note without adding too much sweetness. We're going to dose it with cannabis. That's going to be our sugar. And we've got our Eclipse syrup. So this is kind of the cool thing we're doing with this coffee today, is our Eclipse syrup. Now, if you want to know more about this, I'll tell you. But we did an episode of The Cannologist where we featured our Eclipse syrup in a little ginger beer, club soda lime. In fact, it kind of came in one of this guy right here. But go back, check out that episode. That tells you all about how to make this. But let me tell you what it is. So I heard about this really cool concept that the esters that are present in galactic clouds, those molecular combinations, those molecular compounds, were similar to the compounds on Earth that were responsible for the smell of raspberries and the taste of rum. So there's the idea that the galaxy smells like raspberries and tastes like rum. And I think that's so cool. I wanted to make my own galactic raspberry rum syrup, and that's what we've done. It's a blackberry raspberry syrup seasoned with just a little bit of molasses, demerara sugar, caramelized white sugar, all sorts of spices, a little touch of orange peel in there, and it's this dark, deep, rich, thick, earthy, almost earthy berry note to it. It's almost chocolate, but it's not. Think burnt sugar. Think just on the other side of vanilla. Think wood, cinnamon could be here, things like this. So this is our deep, dark, void blackberry rum syrup, blackberry raspberry rum syrup. And this is going to be kind of the cool thing, I think, in the coffee. So let's make the coffee. So we don't need to do too much, right? Here we go. I'm going to grab this little guy. So this is end of the meal. We want to just kind of go, right? We want to just go. That's what we're going to need. So I'm going to do about a ½ ounce of our Eclipse syrup, and that's going to be like a deep molasses, rum, raspberry note in the bottom of our coffee. It's going to be freaking amazing. What else do we need? We need cannabis, because this is going to take that edge off. You know, that edge that we built up on our decadent 4-course meal. So this is about 15 milligrams of our cannabis syrup. Remember, this is dosed, microemulsed, fast absorption. This is going to kind of get to us, especially with that caffeine. It's going to open up those capillaries. And where's my butter? I need my butter. Uh-oh, I found my butter. So just a spoonful of butter, those rich lipids, that dairy note to it without being cream. So we're just going to take, really you just want to do like a tablespoon. I'm going to estimate that. Is that? Maybe I want a little bit more than that. Let's go a little bit more than that. And the heat of the coffee is just going to incorporate this for us. So all right, we're going to put that away. I've got a milk frother here that's going to help just liven it up just a touch. Yeah, here we go. So we've got our coffee. I know, look at this. It's like a 1950s diner. Don't judge. All right, let's fill it up, baby. Let's fill it up. So I'm just going to fill it up like halfway because I want to froth it. I want to get it going. I want to make sure this melts. So let's see if we can't do this. There we go. Let's get you in there. All right, it's starting to go. So my coffee's been sitting for a little bit, so it's a little taking a second to kind of incorporate, but I think we're getting there. Honestly, I kind of feel good about this. I was at home thinking this is going to be an easy one, whatever, but I think this is going to be nice. Because like I said, it's the end of the meal. You've gone through this crazy up, down, left, right experience. Your palate has been all over the place. You just want something simple, just to take you home, something familiar. That's what you want. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. And let's top her up. And you're going to get that nice... There you go, baby. Ooh, right there. Just a little. So just give it a little fra-ta-ta-ta-ta. A little fra-ta-ta-ta. A little thank you, ma'am. And there you go. Take a look at that, baby. So a little bit of that crema is going to rise to the top. It's dissolved in there. It's going to be berry, goodness, bliss. This is the unbuttoning of the pants. This is the leaning back. This is the going, Put on the game, son. Put on the game. This is the hand in the pants. Yeah. It's good. It is good. It's got a little bit of berry note. You know what? I think I might even put a little bit more in there. I'm going to put a little bit more. I want more berry. Because I can. Because I'm pulling the levers here. Well, except for the sound room. They're kind of really the ones. Not me. But there you have it, guys. Something simple, something easy, something you can do at home. Impress your guests. Give them something they've never had. And you know what's nice about this is we're adding sugar. We're not. It still tastes. It almost drinks like a black coffee. It's got that kind of bitterness at the end, which is going to be nice after so much sweet for the dessert. So the coffee is a little bit bitter. But you get that dairy without getting the roundness, if that makes sense. The raspberry is a little bit bright. Actually, 3/4 an ounce. That's the way to go. Yeah, there it is. That raspberry is a little bit bright. Kind of blends into with those caramel notes. Kind of blends in there. It's rich. It's got enough sweetness just to kind of take the edge off. But it's still a little bit like a black coffee. It's not milky. You know what I mean? It's rich. It doesn't taste like butter. You know what I mean? That's actually really nice. It lingers on your tongue a little bit. It's a nice rich experience at the end, but it's got that bitter. Again, that's going to cleanse your palate. Yeah, you had so much rich this whole evening that this is another rich thing that is actually cleansing your palate. I think that's really cool. All right, guys, there you have it. This is our 3-course cocktail King's Feast. And I want to hear it one more time. This is 420, baby. We're doing it big here at Cough Country TV. We got Late Night Green. We had the news. We got the Harlem Reporter. We got the Cannologist here. We got High Times hanging out with us. We got everybody. We got people I haven't even met yet that are here hanging out, having a good time while I'm out here showing drinks to you guys, which I love, and I want to be here doing that. But I want to hang out too. I want to hang out with you. Guys, tune in, check us out. Leave us some comments. Tell us what you're doing this 420. Tell us what you're doing right now, where you are. Hell, try to call in. I'm sure we'll let you do it. But yeah, guys, be sure you like, subscribe, and follow Cough Country. Like, subscribe, and follow Late Night Green. Check out the news. They're going to keep you up to date regularly every week on what they've got going on in the cannabis world. It's important to stay informed. I'm telling you. I did the news before. It's important. Listen. We got the Cannologist, but definitely check us out every Friday. We are making new drinks, taking your cannabis game to the next level. We got Late Night Green hanging out, talking about what's relevant, what's happening, pop culture, this and that, real news. Phil is the master of the show. He's the king. I hear him setting up right now. And we got more coming, guys, more coming. Dispensary reviews. Cough Country is the place for your cannabis entertainment. Check us out. Like, subscribe, and follow. Don't miss out on it. And but don't go anywhere, guys, because tell your friends, we got more coming. You haven't even seen the feast yet. It would not fit on this one table. I'm going to tell you that. Yeah, we got Pat from Infused Philly. He's coming out here. He's cooking us up a feast. I don't even know how this man is going to do it. Sounds more than I can even imagine. But he's coming in. He's going to show us how to do it. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have some food. We're hanging out back. Lots of people having fun. And we got more coming your way, guys. So don't go anywhere.